What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day today. I'm so excited for today's video. This is my favorite topic on the planet and I talk about it all the time. So today I'll be sharing with you how I plan my days for healthy productivity. By healthy productivity I mean balance. I'm not into this like don't sleep, don't eat, get shit done type of productivity. I think it's so toxic, and I personally like to live a fulfilling, well-rounded life that's not just about working and getting things done. But I also acknowledge that a lot of us feel good getting things done. A lot of us have goals and dreams and we want to work towards them. Also, like working, getting things done makes you feel good about yourself, gives you confidence, a purpose. It feels good. So I'm somewhere in the middle. I also think that getting things done is sometimes the best form of self-care that you can do, better than taking a bath, journaling, whatever. Sometimes just getting those things done that you need to get done is the best thing you can do for yourself. Ever since I started planning my life so meticulously and like time blocking, I have noticed that I have more time. Like I've gotten so much better at time management because of time blocking, and it's allowed me to do way more in a day, do fun things that I want to do, and my life just feels a lot more relaxed and balanced and healthy. I'm not naturally an organized person, a person that like naturally does these things. Like I had to learn and find a system that works for me, that's simple, that's easy to keep up with. I used to always start like a planning system and then I would just give up after a few days. So if you're someone like me, I feel like this is a system for you. It's honestly amazing. You have everything in one place. It's super easy and I love it. So if you guys remember, I've done quite a few planning videos before, and I used to always use Notion with Google Calendar to plan my life, my days, my weeks, my years, everything. And I still love both of those platforms. I still use both of those platforms, but I don't use that system to plan my days anymore, just because it got kind of annoying to have to check two different things all the time. I wanted to have everything in one place. I wanted it to be more optimized, to flow better. So I recently found Akiflow, and that allows me to have everything in one place. It's basically a time blocking platform. They have an amazing way you can organize and prioritize your tasks, so you can write your to-do list on there. They have so many integrations, so you can connect other apps and platforms that you use to basically optimize everything that you have to get done. So you can integrate your Google Calendar, Gmail, Slack, Zoom, Notion, like so many more. I think it has everything that I personally need. Like it's everything that I've used before, but just optimized and in one place, which I love. So this video is sponsored by Akiflow, but honestly, I would make this video regardless. I'm so happy they reached out to me. I honestly think it's the best planning, organization, time management platform that I've ever tried, and I highly recommend it. So I'll have a link down below. You can try it out, see if it's for you. Planning is obviously kind of personal. It's not everything is for everyone, but I'll show you my system. You'll see it's very simple, optimized, saves me so much time, and yeah, you can find the link below if you want to try it out for yourself. I'll also give you some of my favorite like time blocking, planning, healthy productivity tips. Alrighty guys, so this is how Akiflow looks like when you first open it. So I'm gonna walk you through these functions first, and then I'll show you how I plan my day, just so you kind of get a sense of what's happening. So you have a menu on the left side. So your inbox is where you collect your tasks from your integrations, from your mobile phone, from your command bar. You can add a new task right here, obviously, and then this is how an integration looks like. So I have my Gmail integrated. So this is an email that I've starred because it's important to get done. So it's right here in my inbox, and then I can obviously plan it for whenever I'll do it by clicking P. You can assign it a date, time, or you can just drag it into your calendar like this. Today is your schedule for the day. I haven't made mine yet, so I'll show you that later. Upcoming is your schedule, whatever you've planned for the upcoming days. And then someday are the tasks that you snooze. So this is like a backlog of your tasks, which is really helpful because I like to write all of my tasks at the beginning of the week, so they're all in my inbox, and then I kind of plan them as I go. So today I'll see what on this list has to get done today. I also usually add things that have to be added, and then sometimes there's something on here that's just like not a priority, or I can't get it done this week, it's not important to, so I can just snooze it, and it goes into someday, and then at a later date I can assign it a time when I'll get it done. Then these are the labels that I've created, so this is my way to organize my tasks. You can obviously do this differently, but I have non-negotiable, which is like 1 to 3 tasks usually in a day that absolutely need to get done. Like if I just get this done, I'll be happy and feel productive and great. And I have big to-dos, which are tasks that are bigger, they take more than an hour. I have tasks which take from like 30 minutes to an hour, and then quick ticks, it's like 5 to 15 minutes, like really short things that I can just click off and get done really quickly. So when you create a new task, for example, let's add something in here. Today I need to clean up my wardrobe chair, which is basically where I dump all of my clothes that I don't want to clean up. So you can snooze it, you can obviously plan it, assign it a time, date, or drag it as I showed you, and then you can assign it a label, which are the things that I already showed you guys. So that is like the basic function. It's very easy to drag things in and out of different sections, so I can, for example, move this anywhere. I can move it into someday if I want to, like it's very easy to maneuver. I also have a Google Calendar integration, and I already have a few calendars inside my Google Calendar that are like coordinated, and I like to integrate that into my Akiflow. So I use that for events and meetings, appointments. It's not necessarily like a task that needs to be complete. It's not something I have to do, I just need to go somewhere. So to do that, I just click on the calendar, and then I can write an event, title obviously, and then click on the little blue thingy here, and that's where all of my Google calendars are. So I don't use all of these anymore, I need to clean those out. But I use appointments, for example, I use personal, so this is if I'm meeting up with a friend or something. Birthdays are also in here, and I think that's pretty much it. So that's the therapy event that you can see, and I have a team meeting today for one of my clients. So these are events that, you know, other people have made through Google Calendar that are now already in my Akiflow because I have the integration. You can also create a meeting straight in Akiflow. So you can click Command M, it says meet with, and then you search for whoever you need to meet with, create the event, and it's all in here, and it's so easy. Alrighty, now let's actually plan my day. So I have my like film prep in here, and obviously I'm filming right now, so this is gonna be quite a long one. It's probably an hour and a half. So I like to assign it a label. You can use like shortcuts for all of this. So this is a non-negotiable task today. So this is something that absolutely needs to get done. I'm doing it. I also already did the film prep. So you can either click E to cross it off, or obviously just click right here and it does the same thing. So then in my inbox, I already have this Glossic meeting prep task. So I'll just drag this here. So this says that I'll get it done after filming, so 11:30, because it's quite important because I have a meeting today. I need to reply to a few people. So I have the DM, I need to reply to this email. And then I also want to rough edit this video that I'm filming right now. So as you can tell, these are all kind of tasks that are similar. They're all on my computer, so I can actually put them all together. So you just put one over another, and then it groups them together. And that is what I really, really love to do, to kind of time batch, if that makes sense. So I put similar tasks together. So if I have a lot of creative work, I'll usually put that together because I can get it all done and I stay focused. So I just click here and it's all in here, and then I can cross it off. So this will probably take like an hour and a half. So I can plan a little lunch in here. So I like to do an event, so lunch. I don't always do this. Sometimes I just leave a little empty slot for that, but I want a nice lunch break. And then I need to clean up my wardrobe chair because it's an absolute disaster. And I also need to take out trash because I've gotten so many packages and it's just accumulated. And I'll also group these two together. I think this is not going to take longer than 30 minutes. Okay, and then I need to do an outfit shoot for a campaign, so I'll put that here. Then I'll have my therapy, which is kind of like a break because I don't have to work. And then I have a meeting, which I'm already at that point prepared for. And then I will do a yoga and a little 20-minute workout because I've been trying to stay on top of that, and this has really helped me to actually schedule it in. And I feel like it'll feel really good to do it at this point after a day when I'm feeling kind of like my brain is fried and I need a little mental reset. So that is how I plan my day. I don't always assign labels to tasks. As you guys can tell, I didn't do it for most of the tasks except for the non-negotiable task. I always label that. I mostly use the labels on days when I'm feeling overwhelmed and I don't know what to prioritize anymore, but I feel like today is pretty straightforward, so I didn't assign the labels. But you can definitely do that. You can also obviously organize the labels in different ways in terms of like different categories of your life, whatever makes sense to you. Also, there's so many shortcuts on Akiflow, so you can really optimize your workflow and plan quicker basically. And then throughout your day, as you're getting things done, as you're moving along your schedule, you actually can get notifications. I get my notifications on the like top right side of my computer, obviously, and it just reminds me that a new task or event is starting soon, which is really, really helpful because you can kind of get lost in like the task that you're doing, and sometimes you just need to move on to the next one, or you have a meeting coming up and you kind of forgot a little bit. So that's very, very helpful, and it's not distracting for me. I really like it. So yeah, that is how I plan and schedule my days, my weeks, my life basically. And I wanted to share some more tips for like healthy productivity and time management that have just changed the way I get things done and the way I schedule my days to have time for everything that I love to do. So tip 1, get to know yourself. Figure out when you're most productive and schedule the tasks that take the most time and energy during that time. So for me, that's from like 8, 9 until lunch, which is usually around 1 for me. So that's when I'm most productive. So that's when I schedule my top priority tasks. So like the non-negotiable tasks that I need to do, big tasks that take a lot of time and energy and like mental power. And then later in the day, in the afternoon, I schedule things that are more creative, things where I don't really have to like think that much. So figure out what works for you and utilize that. Tip number 2, don't overwhelm yourself. Plan less than you think you can get done, because we usually overestimate our abilities and no one can focus for like a whole day. I will say that as you use time blocking for longer, you really figure out how long certain tasks take, and not only time, but also how much mental energy they take up, and how draining they are. So you're way better at planning. But if you're just starting out, I would plan less, and I would also assign more time for tasks than you think that you need to get them done. I don't know if that sentence made sense, but you probably know what I mean. Tip number 3, manage your distractions. Your do not disturb button is there everywhere for a reason, so please use it. I feel like I'm very good at staying focused when I need to get things done, just because if I'm already working, like if I'm already here sitting behind my computer, I would just rather get it done than waste my time, and I'll have the task that I need to do later, and that like disturbs my whole schedule. So if I'm working, I would rather actually get things done and cross it off of my to-do list. Otherwise, I just feel like I'm wasting my time and I could be actually doing something else. Also, prioritizing tasks really helps. So for me, that's using labels in Akiflow. So the non-negotiable one is the most important, like that needs to get done. And then I also really like that in Akiflow, your inbox and your schedule for the day are separated, because you usually get like emails coming in, and if you just use the today section, you're not getting constantly distracted. You just have the schedule, you can focus on that and get that done, and that's great for time management. My last set of tips is to optimize your planning, which basically means to create systems that are really quick and easy, so you don't waste your time planning the same things over and over and over again, because I've definitely been there and it's just a waste of time and it's just procrastinating basically. So in Akiflow you have rituals. I have the daily planning ritual, so I get reminded every day, I think at 9, to basically plan my day and review the day before, which is really nice. Also, if I have a lot of meetings in a week, I like to schedule them at the same day, similar time. So for example, on Thursdays from 9 till 12, I get all of my meetings done, and that really helps me because having like a meeting in the middle of the day with all of my tasks kind of gets me out of the flow usually. So that's really helpful. Same with emails. I don't reply to emails every day. I don't reply to emails as they come in. So I like to mostly reply to emails Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and I assign a specific time for all of them, and I just get them all done at the same time. Again, that just helps me to not get distracted in the middle of the day when I have so many other things that are higher on my priority list. Also, I have one day a week when I'm doing all of my admin tasks, or at least the majority of them, and that's usually on Mondays for me. So I don't schedule anything else on those days. I just get it all out, like emails, contracts, bills, boring computer work, like stuff like that gets done on Monday. So I, again, don't get out of the flow of doing other things throughout the rest of the week. And I also usually have one day, at least one day a week, when I'm just doing creative work. So if I have a lot of things to shoot, to film, I will assign, for example, a Friday to get all of that done, and I already get in the flow and I'm creative and I'm having fun, so I get a lot done that way and I'm a lot more productive, and other things again don't take me out of the flow. Alrighty guys, so those are all of my favorite tips that I wanted to share with you, and my whole planning routine that I love so much, that's super simple. I'll have the Akiflow link down below if you want to try it out. You can totally copy my whole system and see if it works for you. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what other videos you want to see, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.